Hi, friends. It's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, big welcome to you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. I'm hoping it'll be a short one because I actually wasn't intending to record today. I'm actually recording Saturday morning, so we'll see when this gets uploaded. But it has been an involved week. That's, I guess, a good way of putting it. Lots going on, good things, but a lot. So I normally record Thursday. I used to record Thursday evenings, but I currently am going to basically a support group, and so I'm recording now on Fridays, which is fine, but it's quite tricky when I'm doing dyeing and all kinds of stuff. So today I am in my nice attire here, Saturday morning, and then I'm gonna get changed, pull my hair up, and go outside and get dirty because it is a beautiful 75 degrees to, well, right now it's in the 60s still. It's supposed to get up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit here in Michigan. It's absolutely beautiful out. It is like a perfect fall day, and it's a good day to go through, do weeding, um, get ready for the cooler months coming, which is crazy. We've actually started bringing in like things for the fireplace, like trying to get everything ready. We cleaned out the fireplace chimney so that because we really try to primarily heat our house with our wood stove, and we really can do that. We're putting in a like a pellet stove in our lower level, so that will also help off put that as well, and it really helps with the cost. So for us, that is efficient because otherwise we pay for gas to be delivered to our house. We have a propane tank. So it's a whole new way of living. I grew up in a city end of things where we had natural gas and uh, city water, like city sewer. We did not have a septic tank, which we do now here. And so this is just, it's a whole new world. So you guys get me in my prime at the moment, but I'm just going to get absolutely filthy. And I am finishing up a rug. So yesterday, amidst also getting ready for, because I'm dyeing up the colorways for the fall collection, that the pre-orders. So like between that and doing the rug, that was something I wanted to get done. I had one more Shetland fleece that it looks a lot like the one that I made for myself, my little tester one. It's very similar to that. It's just a smaller size. The rug I made for myself is a 5-pound rug. The one that I made that's currently drying outside, I worked on that yesterday. That's currently drying outside. That is a like 3.5-pound fleece. So it's not that much smaller, but it is just a little bit smaller. So that was exciting. It was a lot of work. Coloring is very similar to beautiful light brown gray coloring. It's just stunning, and it has the caramel lightness to the tips that are all bleached. I love Shetland. I'm a big Shetland fan. We have 3 Shetland sheep if you're new. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get right into things. So shop update end of things. That's part of the shop update. Dyeing pre-orders, very exciting. Again, those pre-orders are gonna ship in 6 to 7 weeks from when it closed, like a week or so ago. So really exciting for you guys, and I will show you a project I'm working on using one of those new colorways. I'm very excited. I cast that on a week ago, and I'm not even kidding, that's primarily the only work in progress I worked on this week. So that's why this will be a shorter video, but I did want to show you guys, and I'm excited I'm able to because I wasn't gonna record, but hopefully this will work. I just charged this microphone and had it charging before recording. I also switched around my little receiver, so because some people were saying it might be that the signal gets dropped, I have no idea. We are going to learn together. Hopefully we don't get dropped. Because these things are supposed to hold a charge of recording up to 4 hours straight. So the fact that it stops recording at 20 minutes doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I am literally a foot from this receiver, so if it drops me, that shows me there's something wrong, because it really should be able to receive it from further than that. So just, learning curves, and I do not edit my videos, so if it doesn't work, I'm literally gonna have to re-record, which is what I've done the last couple times, and that's a bit much. I can't record that many times in a row. I don't like listening to myself talk that long. So, all right. I guess we'll just get into the works in progress. Exciting, you guys. All right. So the primary project that I've been working on this week is out of Petite Knits newer. This past year it came out. So it's her Arctic Knits, and the Petite Knitter, her name is Wei Qin Shen. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but this is one I want to do too. I haven't cast that one on yet, but I did cast on the Alpinepaca jumper. And I'm going to show you this picture because I feel like this one shows it a little bit better. Look how cute that is. It's so cute. So when you look at the two different style jumpers, I am doing the contrast color lighter than the main color. So this is closer to what I'm doing versus this one. So I'm loving it, you guys. I'm loving it. I'm going to show you a really neat way that you can alter your yarns if you want to still use certain colors. And it's so easy. So it's just one of those things. You have to test your gauge. You want to get gauge. Otherwise, you're not going to know how it's going to fit. You can go rogue and like knit a size up or something. Like that's always something you can do. But that's from her Arctic Knits book. So that's the first one I'm knitting out of that book. And I am really enjoying the pattern. It's very clear. It's very concise. And I have made some serious work of this. So hopefully I don't drop my stitch here. I need to put my stitch, my end markers on here so they don't, the needle stoppers, so that my stitches don't slide off of here, but we're going to try. So I'm using 3 colors in this. It's a 2-color sweater, but I am actually doing 3 colors, and that's because I need to hold 2 different yarns together to get gauge. So the primary, my main color, is my Evergreen Market, which is one of my new fall colorways. So that's the primary color. And I'm actually holding that double with, it's considered fingering weight, but here's what I mean when I say it's not fingering. So this is fingering weight right here. And this is my merino nylon alpaca blend. So it's 20% superfine alpaca, 60% superwash merino, and 20% nylon. And that is that beautiful green base here. That's the Evergreen Market. And then I'm holding it with this. It's supposed to be fingering weight. I don't know. I would say it's a very light fingering. And I'm holding that with it to get gauge. Because the yarn the pattern calls for, I can tell you guys what that is. That's not going to be a big secret. Is, bear with me. Yarn. So she uses 2 different yarns in these samples. One is Manchalope, which is kind of a fingering weight. And then it's an unspun wool, so it's very fluffy. So they say fingering weight, but it's probably closer to a DK. And then the other one here is a DK weight. That's why I say DK. So it's kind of a DK weight, which DK weight is heavier than fingering. And so when I added that lightweight fingering with it, then it wasn't considered like worsted weight. It's a little less than that, so it's closer to the DK. Now the cool part is, so the color I used, if you want your main color, so if you're holding 2 colors together, this is a tip that I've discovered. If you're holding 2 colors together as your main color, but you really want that main color to shine through, you don't want the like lighter weight yarn you're holding double with it just to get gauge to distract, go with a darker color. I know it sounds weird. Now it will make your color a little bit moodier. It will make it a little bit darker. Evergreen Market is not a light color anyway. So I'm going to show you guys these colors together so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So Evergreen Market is a nice, rich, deep green. Anyway, right? So it's already dark and beautiful, but I am adding this merino, which is a fingering weight technically, but I'm saying it's a light fingering. I usually hold this double to do like a fingering or DK weight. So I'm holding that with this. So you can see this is still nice and rich and dark, but when I hold this with it, it makes it look like this. So it's still super similar. It does not distract from the main color too much, but does add a little extra depth to it. So I'm marling. It's really like I'm marling is what's going on. So if I hold it up really close, you can kind of see the dark gray in there. And this is old mill yarn wool that I have on a cone. Actually, it's a cone right there. It's missing its cone. So it was just the weight of the yarn that I purchased. But all of that to say is that I am using that to get gauge. And so that's a way that if you really love a pattern, but you don't have the yarn, but you have other yarn and stash you'd really like to use, if you have a lace weight, like any type of lace weight, I highly recommend keeping some lace weight on hand. One, it adds amazing depth. You can make gorgeous shawls with it for sure. But if you want to change and adjust the weight of the yarn you already have in stash to make a thicker weight sweater, you can hold things double, and it really adds to it, and it makes it even more unique as like a one-of-a-kind piece, right? So that's what I'm doing for my base color, and that's Evergreen Market, and then some of that merino old mill yarn. And then this is hand spun. So I am using hand spun in a sweater, which can be always terrifying, but I'm okay with it. It does get thick and thin in spots. So this is some Shetland. This is from the Curb fleece. I have a massive fleece. I think it's around 6 to 7 pounds or something. He was a big boy. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful fleece. And I spun that puppy up, and I had it already ready to go on my shelf, and I'm like, this would make an excellent contrast color. It is a light, light gray cream color. It's going to get so blasted out because it's so beautiful. The sheen, you can kind of see that sheen. It's just stunning. Oh my gosh, if you guys have never worked with Shetland, you really, really should. It's not like toothy. It's just so beautiful. I love Shetland wool. Okay, so I am using that as my contrast color. So I'm just slowly working my way down the top of this Alpinepaca jumper, and you can see now I am starting to work another pattern repeat. I don't want to give away the pattern repeats because this is a paid for book. So I am like around here is where I'm at right now. So just around this top area, look at this cool collar. So it's not a turtleneck. It actually is, it's kind of a mock neck, I guess. So it goes up, but it's not a turtleneck, but it's like a turtleneck. It's a lot more flattering than a turtleneck because of that. I'm trying to think if there's another photo of her wearing it where you can see it a little bit better even. Oh yeah, here's another one. It's on her, so this is the Alpinepaca hat pattern, but you can see how this is. It's just beautiful. It's not really a turtleneck. I don't know. I love it so much. So I'm super excited about it. This alpaca merino blend is so stinking soft, and then I have that merino with it, so it's just super, super, super soft. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't have any green sweaters, and I love green, and I don't know why I don't have any green sweaters. So this will be my first green sweater, I think, ever, which is so bizarre because green is such a beautiful color, and I don't know why. I don't own more green. So bizarre. Anyway, yes. So hand spun and stunning alpaca merino blend. I am really excited, you guys. So I've been working on this all week. I started this last weekend. I think I started it Sunday. I think. Or maybe I started it before that. I don't think I talked about it. Did I talk about it in the last video? Maybe I started it prior. I don't know, you guys. I've I've just been working on this a lot. I worked on it like last week. I think I had started this last week and showed you guys. I feel like I did. But I primarily knit on this like over the weekend and during this week. This has been my go-to knitting. It's so relaxing. I loved the 1x1 rib thing that's going on up here. So much fun. Yeah, so I really recommend this pattern so far. I haven't finished it, of course, so I always feel hesitant to fully recommend something until I finish it. But I can't say nice enough things. I've heard wonderful things about the petite knitters patterns, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So really great. There's so many beautiful patterns in that book, by the way. If you love color work and you like jumpers, and if you want to have some really fun hats and socks, I highly recommend Arctic Knits. Um, she has so many beautiful patterns in here. There's just so many sweaters I want to knit up. Like this beautiful one too. I mean, look at that. It's just beautiful. So many color works. If you're not someone who likes to do more than two colors, she has so many in here, and the socks are just beautiful too. I've never done color work, like full on color work socks. Like this to me is like full on color work, you know, from top to bottom. I've done color work up here, color work on the toes, but never the full length. I'm always a little fearful of that, but she just has so many beautiful patterns, and yeah, I kind of just want to do it all. Oh, here we go. In the back, it tells us how many. Aha, she's good. So on this last little flap, it actually tells you. So there's 6 jumpers, 3 hats, 3 mittens, and 3 socks. So that is a lot of patterns. That's a lot of patterns. That's 15 patterns to be exact. So when you look at the cost, I was able to get this used, and by used, it wasn't used. it was used, but it was new. So if you go on to, so no, I bought it new. It's on Thrift Books, not sponsored, guys. I purchased this on Thrift Books, and I tell you what, it was such a good deal. It saved a little bit of money, and highly worth it. It's totally worth it at the full retail value. So it looks like it's about 25 US dollars for full retail. Totally worth it. I think this is totally worth it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I've been working on this week. Only one pattern. I didn't work on my socks. I didn't work on anything else. I thought about working on other things, but I just kept going back to it because I really wanted to work with Evergreen Market. It's such a beautiful, rich color, and it makes me feel like fall and autumn. And my goodness, now we're in October. So actually this weekend, today, I want to put out our like Halloween decorations, because I don't really have a lot of Halloween decorations, but I primarily decorate for autumn. So like switching out and putting out little pumpkins and things like that. Just making the home extra cozy as we start to gravitate to being indoors more than outdoors. I did sit outside and knit this morning in the very frigid, I think it was probably in the 40s outside when I woke up. It was chilly. So definitely had to put my nice cozy hand knit socks on. I had a shawl on. I was full on cozy, and I just love that. So speaking of cozy, I have coffee. I do have coffee, guys. I know. I haven't been drinking like regular coffee, but lately I have been gravitating. I think it's with the darkness, among other things going on. It has helped me wake up. It has helped me get things done. It helps motivate me. It's very good. I'm trying to remember the brand of this coffee. It is, we have a Keurig. We both don't drink a lot of coffee, and so we just do 1 cup each morning that we do it. And it is an Italian espresso type coffee, so it's really rich and dark. I think it's Bustillo, Cafe Bustillo. I think that's what it is. It's so good. It's a yellow box. So if you're at your little supermarket, it was on sale. Hits the spot. And I put my pumpkin spice syrup in it too. I included a recipe in a prior video. I will try to find that so I can share it in the notes below, because it is amazing. It does not have sugar in it. It uses like a sugar substitute that is natural, and it is so good. It's so good. It's really easy to make. So it has pumpkin puree in it and pumpkin spice. It's amazing. And then I just add a little half and half that's lactose free to it, and some almond milk. It's amazing. Okay, So that's that. Yeah, you guys, I don't really have a whole lot going on, so I told you it would be a shorter video. This is the book I'm going to try to read some today because I've been really bad. I try to read a little here and there, and I always manage to do it at a time where I'm either going to bed or I really want to knit something, and I literally read it for a couple of minutes. And so far, it's really cute. It's really cute, and I like it, and I want to read it more, but I just need to lock it down. I just need to say, Sarah, you're going to read right now. You're not going to knit. You're not going to spin. You're not going to play with wool. You're going to read about it. So this is Knit One, Kill Two. It is by Maggie Sefton. She wrote a knitting mystery little series, and it's really great. She has a ton of books. I have the first two. I got them used. One I actually basically got free because First Books gives you points every time you purchase stuff, and it was, I think I got a free $5 book, and so I found one of her used books that was $5, and ironically, it the craziest part, I say ironically because it's a hardcover. It was a hardcover and it's called Needled to Death. So this is the second book, and I got it for free because I purchased enough books that I got like points to do that. So I'm just going to slowly collect her books. I think they're really cute. Again, I want to finish this one just so I can get through it and really know that I like it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really sweet. I love the atmosphere. I like the cafe and the people. It's really nice and cozy. And this is that type of year when I want to get cozy. So I think reading a really good book will be a great way to do that. But not until maybe this afternoon, because I really should work outside while it's in like prime 60-degree weather. Perfect for working outside. Yes. So I think that's pretty much it. Are you guys reading any good books? Do you guys like to read as well as make? I love reading. I really do. I haven't really delved into a good book in a while. I do a lot of audiobooks because then I can knit and listen. And then I'll usually listen to it while I take a shower in the morning. All that good stuff. But I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to hear what kind of books you guys enjoy. Do any of you enjoy knitting books? Are you someone who has gotten sucked into knitting series? Because it's funny. You think, well, you knit enough. Like, really, do you need to listen to things about knitting? Do you need to read about things about knitting? Yes, I do. I feel like I constantly do. I think my husband picks on me once in a while because he's like, really, Sarah? One more, like, I listen to so many knitting podcasts and like all that good stuff. And I'm sure he's used to it now, but I think it's really funny. He's probably going, my goodness, like, could you possibly do anything else fiber related? Yes, I could actually. I'm not going to, but I could. I'm not weaving. I don't weave. But don't think I haven't thought about getting like a little hand loom, like one of those little ones, because I have a lot of beautiful vintage wool that really, apart from making socks, there's not much I can make with it because it's going to be pretty like rough against your skin. I wouldn't want it around my neck, that is for sure, and I wouldn't want it around my head either because like my my forehead is a little sensitive to prickle factors. So yeah, I don't think I would knit with that for that as well. And they're really beautiful colors. I got them from basically like an estate sale, and I'd like to make something with it. That would be great. So I've debated getting like a really inexpensive, either used or new little like bitty hand loom. But that is a project for another day. That's for sure. Oh, one thing I just thought of as I see it here. So this is kind of life update end of things. This is not knitting related. It's like adjacent-ish. Hold, please. I'll be right back. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm back. I was just staring at it. Sorry, I bumped you. Goodness. All right. This I purchased, again, not sponsored. Unfortunately, some of the stuff sold out already because they sell out of things quickly. They're really popular, which is excellent for them, company-wise. It's called Daily Grace Co. I've talked about them before. Again, not sponsored. I just really love their products a lot. Like, I have purchased a ridiculous amount of their Bible studies. But this is the Advent end of things. So come and behold him is what's on this little bag. This came free with the Advent set. So I bought their Advent set. So each year, starting last year, so very new to me, I have started doing actual Bible Advents, and that has really helped me. Last year's was really difficult for me to read, but I'm feeling more hopeful about it this year. And this is a different one. So last year I got, what is it? What is it called? She Reads Truth. I got their Bible study, or their Advent, and it was wonderful. This year, I ended up going with Daily Grace Co. because I have really enjoyed their Bible studies. They are so biblical, and they are in the Bible, and they are beautifully written, and they're wonderful. So I went with their Advent set. So it came with a mug, beautiful mug. I should have brought it in here, but it is cream, and it says, let us adore him. I think that's what it says on there. It's just gorgeous. And then it came with the actual Advent Bible study, and it's just as he promised. It says how the birth of Jesus proves God keeps every promise he makes. And this is the 2024 Daily Grace Advent study. This is huge. Look at the size of that. The Advent I had last year was like half the size of this. And so let's see. She Reads Truth Advent had recipes, had songs in it. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I would have totally gotten it again, but when I saw their study, I kind of felt like I needed to dive more into the Bible end of things. Not that let her or She Reads Truth does not have Bible in it. It is the Bible references and focus on it, but I just really love their studies, and it's super intricate. There's term references, there's the writing, there's memory verses, there is, this talks quite a bit about the candles. So there is Advent candle lighting each Sunday. So this is kind of really talks about that, because there is a tradition of that, and it talks about it, and we'll teach in detail more about that, which I'm so excited about, because I know growing up my grandmother used to do that. She is or I should say was Roman Catholic, and so she really did the lighting of the candles, and I didn't quite grasp what that was about, and so I'm really excited to read this and learn more about that. Well, this also, because it was a set, not only did it come with that mug, but it came with these beautiful pens that I can use in there for the study. Really pretty, and they all say like joy, peace, love, and hope on the back. So I tucked these all in this bag so that I'm ready to go the 1st of December. And now, unfortunately, this has sold out. So you can still buy, I'm pretty sure you can still buy the Advent set. However, this is different. So this was in the original set. It matches, as you can see. But they replaced the journal with a different journal because they actually ran out of these. So this is the Prepare Him Room, a daily Advent prayer and reflection journal. So they have another beautiful journal that goes with it, but this one actually originally went with it. So it has a daily scripture reading, a prayer, and then kind of like a reflective area so you can reflect, and it's broken down into the 4 weeks. So it's absolutely beautiful, but they did replace it with another one. So it's still, the other one is a beautiful spiral bound one, but just look at the details of these. It says Prepare Him Room Daily Prayer and Reflection Journal. So it's basically a daily devotional and journal. It's just beautiful. The details that this company puts into their work, as well as the actual details in the meat of the work, I cannot praise them enough. I discovered them at a time I really needed to get into the Bible, and have, you know, some type of way of focusing on the reading. And this has helped me so much. So I just feel like I kind of needed to talk about them and all of that, because maybe one of you out there is thinking about doing a actual like reading Advent with the Bible and everything. And I highly, highly recommend Daily Grace Co. They have great shipping service. I haven't ever had an issue, so I can't quite speak to their customer service, but I can tell you that I have had no issues with shipping. Everything comes very quickly. Everything looks amazing. I've purchased things from their warehouse sale where maybe it had imperfections, and so that's why it was on sale. And I the imperfection might be like a little bit on the corner, like it hit something. So it's slightly dented, and it's highly discounted. I mean, it might be 50% off. So they really take pride in their products. So yeah, highly recommend them. I really enjoy them, and they have been helping me a lot. All right, so this is a nice, now we're at a good 30 some minutes. We're gonna wrap up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to autumn if you are in the northern hemisphere. If you are not, I hope that you know, you're having a good time in whatever season you are in. And yeah, I hope you're taking time to be cozy. I hope you're taking time to relax and either sip on something cool or warm, and taking care of yourself and those around you. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care. Bye.